Hello, my name is Pythonator, and welcome to the USAS 12 multiplayer weapon guide for Modern Warfare 3. The USAS 12 is a shotgun unlocked right when you get the game, and it is a fully automatic shotgun. The USAS 12 holds 6 rounds in its magazine, or 6 shells to fire, and this increases to 9 when you put on the attachment of the extended mag. The USAS also deals a fairly moderate damage at 25 to 5 per pellet. However, it does fire 9 pellets, and if all were to connect, this would add up to about 225 damage at maximum and 45 damage at minimum. The USAS excels in 2 categories, in my opinion anyways. The first is the starting ammunition. Now, it has the best starting ammunition of any weapon in the game. Now, I'm not saying that by terms of the amount of bullets that you get, because obviously that goes to the LMGs, but I'm saying that it's roughly like magazine to magazine ratio. Most guns in this game, you'll get 2 extra magazines when you spawn in. The LMGs, you get 1, but the USAS, you get an extra 5 magazines, so there's no need to run scavenger, and it works really well. Second spot where it really shines is its range. It has a range of roughly 400 to 700 inches, or about 10.5 to 17.7 meters. This gives it the longest effective range out of any shotgun. By terms of when the damage will start to drop off. 10.5 is the longest range when you'll be doing your maximum damage as a shotgun. If we were to put range on it, this would increase that to 12.5 meters or 500 inches. The fire and the recoil are 2 things that go together. While the gun actually has quite a bit of kick, it doesn't really make a difference because, again, even though the gun is automatic, it fires incredibly slow at roughly 135 to 140 rounds per minute. My guess is it's probably somewhere around 140, but how can you really tell, right? But this means the recoil isn't really a factor. You don't really need the grip attachment or kick. The USAS also shares a trait with the MP9 and the Scorpion machine pistols. When you equip it, you will run 75% longer, almost as if you had a slightly down extreme conditioning. It gives you about 7 seconds of sprint, and extreme conditioning will give you about 8. I recommend combining this with the MP9 or Scorpion machine pistols. That way, if you switch weapons, you will still have that bonus no matter what, and you don't need to use extreme conditioning at all. Over the attachments, the grip attachment is fairly useful for it. It's not needed because of the slow rate of fire. However, it is useful if it is there, so you might as well use it. Second attachment is the silencer. This is probably the best shotgun to be used with the silencer. However, I still wouldn't really recommend it because shotguns already have very limited range. Even though the USAS 12 has good range for a shotgun, it does not have good range in general. So I would stay away from this. However, if you must use it, or you want it to go for the challenges, this is probably the quickest shotgun to get it done for. The red dot sight and holographic sight are pretty much completely useless, as you're not going to want to aim down the sight with shotguns, and the USAS 12 is best hip fired. Also, it being a fully automatic weapon, it might have a bit of visual kick to it when you aim down the sight, so I wouldn't really recommend either of those sights. They're pretty useless. Best attachment is extended mags. This gives you 9 shells in your magazine instead of 6. 6 shells, and being a fully automatic weapon, nevertheless slow firing. It can still run out of ammo in its magazine pretty quickly, so extended mags is pretty necessary. Also, you're going to be reloading quite a bit if you don't have enough shells in your magazine, so extended mags is a very helpful tactic. The proficiencies, everyone can just throw kick, focus, attachments, and melee out the window. Those are pretty useless. What we're looking at is range and damage. Now, range is probably the second best because it already has very long range. All it's really going to do is increase its effective range, which can be very useful. And it can benefit you if you're trying to engage someone, maybe even medium distances, because this is possible with the shotgun. The best proficiency is damage, and of course is locked last, like the attachment of the extended mags. It increases the damage to roughly, well, it does increase it by 40%, but it increases it to about 315 to 63 based on the 9 pellet logic I used earlier. Since the USAS 12 also has very good range, like I said, range is not necessary. You can use damage and kill lots of people inside that range that you have. For the perk 1 slot, I would probably recommend Sleight of Hand. Scavenger is not needed due to the extra starting ammunition, and Extreme conditioning is not needed due to the 75% bonus, so sleight of hand is the best option here. It also features a very slow reload time, and this greatly helps with that. Your second perk slot, I would recommend Assassin. This is useful in keeping yourself off the radar and using the element of surprise, the only element that Chuck Norris recognizes on the periodic table. Perk 3, I would use Steady Aim. Steady Aim is pretty much a necessity on every shotgun, and this is no different here. The biggest thing to note about the USAS 12 is that while it's a fully automatic shotgun and it is very powerful, it is not a spammable shotgun. I know lots of people have probably run into it with people holding on the trigger and so-called spamming it, but really you can't do that, unlike the Striker or the AA-12. Now basically you're going to want to pick your shots, and I would actually even recommend not holding on the trigger and using it as if it were a really fast pumping pump action shotgun and precisely aiming your shots. Also with that 6-round clip that you have, or 9 rounds, even 9 rounds is still quite small, it adds to the longevity of the weapon. In my opinion, the USAS 12 is better than the AA-12 because it features much higher damage, more starting ammunition, and a better range, a lot better of a range, and those are the most important things to a shotgun in my opinion. Something else of note, if you're trying to go for the extended mags, range, and damage proficiencies, it's going to take you a long time to level up these weapons. Its marksman challenges are a bit wonky, and it takes a bit quite a bit more kills to level it up and to get those things. So I'm just warning you of that if you intend on using this weapon or trying to get the gold camo on it. Thanks for watching this, guys. Please leave a comment or a like if you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it, and peace out, guys.
Kill confirmed.